Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening to me from this morning. My name is Joseph. I am a Microsoft certified trainer. Thank you for coming on the screen today again. The last time we tried to create user in M365 and we assigned license to the user we created. So this series is good. This particular video is going to be focusing on the different method an admin can create user in M365. Okay, so if you are an admin and you are signing to office.com this way, right, you are going to have this gear icon here showing admin. So if you click on it, it's going to load up the general admin center for you. Excuse me. So when it opens this way, right, you remember that we just came down to users and then we go to active users. For as a matter of refresher, I'm just going to create just one user quickly, just for us to remember what we did in the last video. So yeah, let me create this user. Let me call him um, James Smith. So once I hit tab, the name is going to display here. So let me just do james.smith at my domain.com. The space is not allowed. So james.smith.smith at this domain.com. All right. So I can do next. I can do next. And then what I do again is to give this user a license. Let me give this user M365 business standard license, and then I go to next. That means going to have 30 applications, as you can see down below, right? Okay, so these are the applications that are coming with that license. All right, I will do next. Okay, so it asks if I want to give this user an admin role. I can decide to give him a role, right? And then and so on, right? So I can decide to also fill the profile for the user by clicking this down, and then I can look at the job description, the department, the office phone number, the mobile phone number, the street, the city, the state, the province, the country, and all of that. But I'm not interested in that for now. So I will do next, and then once I do this and I see that all is good, what I would do is to copy. It's going to auto generate password, right? So let's do finish, and then it's going to get a password for this user. Let's just hold on for this to be reviewed and finished in a bit. Okay, so that means I'm going to send this as username and password to James Smith for him to be able to, sign into M365. This was what we did the last video. So of course, if I go to office.com and supply this username, supply this password, it's going to sign me in and ask me to change the password upon that first sign in. Having said that, that was what we did the last time. So we can close this now. We have James Smith listed among our active users now. So let's just look for James Smith, and you're going to have him here. Join us soon here. This is him. And he has a M365 business standard license assigned to him. That's that about the previous method we used. So now I want to look at the template method of creating user. I'll go to user template. If I want to add a new template, I click on add a template. Okay, so if this comes up, I'm going to give it a name. Let's say Lagos HR. Lagos HR is the name of the template. That means anytime I have someone, I will now put it here and say add the description to add the newly recruited HR managers in Lagos office. Okay, so now it will ask me if I want to make this template available to other admins who manage users. If you want to unpublish a template, please delete it. You can't change the template to private after it is published. Okay, So that is information that you need to know. So what we do next is to click on this. So when you click on this, is going to ask the domain you're going to use, just in case you have multiple domain, you have them listed down below. So to know the domain they are going to be, and then if the password for this is going to be auto-generated, you can check this. If you want it to create for the user at every point, you also click that, but let's just do auto-generate. And then it's asking us, you require the user to change their password when they first sign in. Of course, depends on you, but I feel this is for security purpose, this is very, very recommended. And then I will do next. And what happened next? That what license do I want to give to those who are joining the HRO team? I want to give them, let's say I want to give them uh, E5 license and Microsoft Teams domestic calling plan, just because I want them to be able to have telephones to call out if they are recruiting, outsiders. They should have phone numbers assigned to them in Teams to make PSTN call. So I want to give them M365 E5 license and Microsoft Teams domestic calling plan. That is the requirement. Okay. Now that's going to give them access to 75 applications, right? If you scroll down, you're going to see 75 different applications that they're going to have access to. Okay, so I will do next. If I do next, it will ask me to fill their profile, right? So let me see. Their job title is HR, human resource source manager. All right. Department is HR, and then let's say the city is Lagos. Okay, the province, the state, we could just fill that out, the zip code, then the country or region. Remember, we said something about this, and because I have given them domestic and international calling plan, there may be problem, right? But let's just go on, because for telephony system is not available in Nigeria, but I'm just still going to give them Nigeria. After all, we have started that already. So MN Lagos office, Lagos is in Nigeria. Okay, Nigeria here. All right, so they're in Nigeria. So we're going to do next, and then excuse me, and then we see the details, the template description. The name is Lagos HR. Description is this is used to add newly recruited HR managers in Lagos office, and then all of that. They are going to require password. This is a summary of. Now here we've not given them any admin role. I think they don't need any admin role, but if they do need any admin role, of course we can give them from administrator access, right? Okay, so but that's not needed, from for us, because we would have done this and then give them admin role, but we don't need to give them any admin access. They are not IT personnel. Okay, so let's just do next, and then want to now click on finish adding. All right, so finish adding that template. Now you say your template is ready to use. You fill your template under user template. If you publish your template, other admins will be able to see it too. Okay, now we click on close. So if we want to create user, let's remove James from here so that we can have the whole filter cleared. Okay. Now let's refresh this. Let's refresh this, and then we should have all the active users. Now we want to create a user who just joined the HR team. So we click on this user template, and it's loading up in a bit. That's taking a while to load. It's adding the Lagos HR. This is Lagos HR template. So we just have who do we have now? Let's say um okay, let me do this. Okay, Olamide Bekun Olamide. This is you actually, Olamide, who just joined the team, and this is his name. And then this is a dot Olamide at josephthis.com. Then once we do that, we just click on this just for it's checking that email address, the availability, of course, available. So once it does that, then the next thing I do is just to click on add user, and it's going to automatically pick up the attributes from the templates from Lagos HR. Let's just wait. It's adding the other details behind the scene. Okay, it's done. Let's just add another user using the team template. Lagos HR. Let's do let's do uh, 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 uh. uh. Okay, let's do name. Just remind me name. Let's do James. Um, David. All right. So it's usually very difficult to remember names at this point, right? But it's fine. So James David, and then we are doing James.David, James.David, at this.com, and then it verifies that email address. Once it checks it that it is okay, so the next thing you just do is to just pick up this. Of course, you can change the templates from here, right? You can change to any other template that is available, but we're using Lagos HR for the benefit of what we are doing now. So we click on add user. So that's going to process with the Lagos HR and fix those guys there. All right. So now they've automatically picked up the phone system license and the Microsoft Teams domestic calling plan. Let's now filter with what do we filter with now? Let's do licenses used. Okay. Let's see. For filter with this, excuse me, let's see. Not all users this time. I just want us to bring out those two users that we've given those licenses to. Okay, so if that's not coming up for me, maybe I'm missing out something. Let's just quickly look for Ibikun Olamide. This user is going to automatically be the M365. I think that's even working. My filter is just arranging them for me, right? Let me see. Yeah, it's bringing these two guys together, right? Okay, it's bringing these two guys together, Ibukun and James David. Let's just open this again. And then we are going to see that he has the licenses we gave to him from the templates automatically assigned to him. Let's see. Of course, if you check down here, it's going to be checked for him. And then even James David as well, you could see that he also has these two licenses assigned to him. And if you check their details, right, if you check further their details from here, you will find that they are automatically, in Lagos office, and the other details are going to be there stating that they are in Lagos office and they are in HR team. Okay. All right. So that is it. You can take your time to look at this property. They are inherited from the template. Okay. So the next point is using mass addition of people, as inviting or creating multiple users in Microsoft 365. Now, to do that, add multiple users. You can see it here. Now, in adding multiple users, you can enter up to 249 users at a time. All right. So, but they will display 5 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can now decide to add more rules, right? Until you get to 249 users that you can just type their names here. You can just give it name, Peter, John, and then Peter.John at this domain, and then you have Paul, James, you have Paul.James. All right, let's just put this as capital letters. Paul, James. Then let's say Don, Julius. We'll say Don, Julius at this. So we can just keep adding until we have, the number that we want to add just on this same page and on this domain, right? So you can now, when you are done with this and setting their domains, you could do next. And then it's saying that selecting location and product license for those three users. I can decide now to give them maybe business standard license, and I will do next. And then I am adding three users at a time. So I can just come here, and then if I want to give them role as well, I could also do it from here, right? So I can now do, once I'm done with this, I do add user, and it's going to process the three users and add them to the list of the users I currently have. So instead of going the route of adding one user at a time, I could use that as a means of creating them. You could see. So this is their password auto-generated for one-time password that they're going to use. So I could just share this with James. I could share it with with um, with Paul. I can send it to Don just for them to have access to their account, right? So when I'm done with this, once I click on close, then these users are going to be added to the list of the users I currently have. So I will do close, and I expect them to join the list of my users now. So that is another method of bulk creating users. Now, what is the third method? Or perhaps, yeah, the third method, right, is excuse me, let me cancel this. When you have the option to add people, let's say you belong to an organization that usually employ people, let's say a training firm that is usually employing people, right, every month, it will not be easy for you as an admin to always be creating these users, by typing in their names, just like we did up here. And the HRO team employ these people, have their details, process their details, give them offer, and these people come in for training, and after a batch they leave, and then the next 100 people, 50 people, 200 people are coming in. It will be difficult for you to start typing from the Excel sheet or the CSV file that the HRO team is going to share with you. So the way you can do it as an admin, M365 admin, is to come to this place, go to, okay, let me start all over. It's just for you to come to just a minute. It's going to load up. All right, just to come to add multiple users. And then don't start typing, because of course that's going to be stressful for you. To optimize your time, you check this. I would like to upload a CSV file. And then you have two options down below. You can either download a blank CSV file that you want to share with the HRO team to supply you the details of the student or the newly employed staff, or you can either decide to download it from this first option. Let's just see what is here, right? Because this one is not going to have a template, that is not going to have a let's say format. It's not going to have an example for the HRO team to follow. Let's see what is contained in that Excel sheet. It's only going to tell the HRO team to enter the username, the first name, the last name, job title, office number, and all of these details for you, right? But if you look at it, this second option is going to be more reliable, because the HRO team will have an example. Let me see what happened in this one that says download a CSV file that include an example for info, right? So now when you bring this up, this is not it actually, that one is loading. Yeah, this is it. And then you can click on this corner, just double click here, right? Just Excel, simple, correct. So now you can now send this to HR that this is an example, right, that they need to follow to see how they are going to supply the names of those whom they are going to send to you. Their username is just going to be this, and then their first name is going to be this. Um, their first name is going to be Chris. Of course, you see that this is Chris Green, so it's telling the HR if You have Chris Green joining the company. You just do Chris Green at yourdomain.com for you. Just fill this out, and then the display name, the job title of the newly employed guy, the department that the guy is employed, the office phone number, the all of that filled into this Excel sheet. And once this is filled and shared with you, if you want to create this user, you know what you do? You just come here, just do browse CSV, and then pick it up from your whatever directory that it is saved. You just pick it up and then you click on open, and then you can follow through, and it will automatically add those people to the list for you. Okay, so there are three ways. One is to add individual users to your tenants. Second is to add them via bulk method. Second is to add them via template. Third is to add them via bulk method by typing in their names here that you can see. The fourth one is for you to prepare a CSV file. The file you've uploaded as one or more error, please correct and upload again. Of course, I don't have that domain. I don't have a lot of things. I have not filled out that form. So I needed to take my time to fill in that form as maybe from the HRO team sent to me, and then I can upload it here, and immediately we are going to have those users. Click on next and all of it will be added. Then how many can you add from there? From what we can see, you can add as much as 249 users at a goal, by uploading the names from a CSV file. Thank you so much. I know this is a very long one, but it's worth it for me to explain it, the different method of adding users to M365. So if you have any question or inquiries regarding this, I'm always very happy to provide answers. So I'm just going to show you my LinkedIn profile. You can decide to send me a chat, and I'll be very, very, very happy to, give you an answer to those questions. And if you need an M365 expert to assist you or to support you in your business with M365 ideas, I am always very open to work with you. So I encourage you to contact me, to hit me up with messages, and I'll be happy to quickly respond to you as I'm always very available here. Do not only watch, I encourage you to subscribe and then share with your friend, because the next video series that are going to be coming up are going to be fully loaded, and I don't want you to miss out of that. Keep encouraging me from the comment section. Let me know what you want me to create next, and I'll be happy to do that. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day ahead of you. Bye from here.